Hey, good morning everyone. What's up folks? Jerky Jones here. So today's video got something kind of cool. Taking the old Dodge Ram Vanguard van 1980 Beast out to an area here just outside of Grand Prairie, Alberta called Kleskin Hills. I pass by it at work all the time. It's piqued my interest. I really want to see what this spot is about because it looks like a cool geological formation. If you didn't know, Alberta, like hundreds of millions of years ago, used to be totally under ocean. That's why there's so much oil here. All the plankton and ocean life got buried, and a million years later oil formed. And then a little tiny thing called Pangea kind of broke up at some point, or formed, or I don't know, I wasn't there, I didn't see it, but anyways. And for a long time Alberta was not under ocean, and it was full of lush jungle and dinosaurs and whatnot. So yeah, I want to check out this spot because I've driven by it. I can see it looks like old ocean seafloor or something. Of course, it's been covered by 100 million years of dirt, but whatever. I gotta see it for myself. So, gonna go on a little road trip. Come along, enjoy. Oh, and I wanted to show this parking lot from everyone doing burnouts and donuts on it. It's pretty wild. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this parking lot. Parking lot just covered in black from tires with people ripping around. You gotta love it. There is the edge of Grand Prairie, the industrial section. So yeah, as I'm driving out here, I figured I'd just explain a few things. I got this job in Grand Prairie, and I haven't been living in the van in like the last 2 months. I got this job and they have a bunch of these like rooming houses, and they put me up rent-free in a townhouse. So, you know, how could I say no? Like, it's got shower, washroom, a big kitchen, you know, my own room with plug outlets, a bed, all that good stuff. That being said, it's like I was thinking about the winter time when I like accepted that. I was like, oh sweet, a place for the winter. But that being said, I do miss staying in the van in the summer. Like, I really love waking up in the van on a nice summer morning with the windows open, and it's just real cozy, and hearing the birds and parking in different spots, you know. I actually love that. Hello. You gonna come get the petting? Hello. Hi. Hello. So I had to stop, get a video of these beautiful canola fields. That's one thing about Alberta, is for like 3 or 4 weeks out of the year, the whole countryside turns multiple colors, and there's like these canola fields all over, and they're so beautiful. You go cruising around and it's yellow as far as you can see. It's just amazing. All right, Kleskin Hill Museum, and the hills are just 3 kilometers down that way. Actually pretty excited. Been driving past this sign right here for the last 2 months. Every time I go, I'm like, oh, I want to check that place out. So we're here. This is a massive field of sunflowers as far as you can see. Some of them are, they're not all bloomed. There's a spot up there I should go check out. This is pretty cool. There's the hills. Alright folks, so we made it. We're at Kluskin Hills. This is the museum area. It's like a old pioneer village type thing. Super cool, lots of history. Old settlement style, you know, general store. There's lots of stuff going on here back in the day. So yeah, I'm just cruising around. I might go on the little tour after. I was just talking with a lady. She said there's a native burial ground off in the distance. If you've ever seen the movie Poltergeist, do not build a residential settlement on it or a housing community. But anyways, and yeah, it's super cool out here. I'm gonna go check out the hills. There's some badland type formations and whatnot, you know, old geological stuff. And the lady told me they did find some major dinosaur bones back out here back in the day. I do know you're not allowed to dig for them. I did check it out. If you find one that's just on the ground, you can, I believe you can keep it, but you are not allowed to dig for them. Because then you got, you know, pirates
and they're
digging
all
up holes
facing the sun,
just destroying the area, looking for bones to sell on the black market, and we don't want that. All right. So, anyways, folks, cool church here. Let's take a little gander, little walk around. There's a trail. This place is already super duper cool. Let's go. Oh snap! All right, here's one of the hills. It is has the same resemblance as Drumheller, although Drumheller it's like this for as far as you can see, massive hills of desert type stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna climb this. I just walked by. I didn't have my camera recording, but I saw the family that was there, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're like, "Oh, it could be better if I didn't go up that hill." And the guy had mud all over his ass, and he's like, "My kid lost his shoe," and yeah, a whole bunch of them had mud. So I guess it's pretty slippery, but mud washes out. Memories last forever. I'm gonna climb this thing. Let's go. Oof! Yeah! Oh, no. Oh, I'm definitely gonna. I feel like I'm definitely gonna slip here. All right, we're taking this grassy part. Nay, all right. Wow. Holy, I'm out of shape. We made it. Check it out. Ooh! Bark at the moon. Rest in peace, Ozzy. For all I know, there could be a dinosaur buried under this mountain. Whoa, snow! Holy, it's muddy. Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna eat poop going down this. Oh, there's no way. There's no way! There's no way I'm getting down here. It's all just mud. Well, if I fall, I fall. Let's go. Time to practice my surfing. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, holy fuck! Oh no! Oh my god! I wasn't expecting that. Oh no! That was bad. That's dumb. Oh, look at I just totally wiped out. Oh, yikes. Oh, I got mud all over my camera. On my leg. It's usually covered in mud, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Dang. Lovely. I just wiped my hands in the grass here. Oh, that was I managed to make it down pretty much right to the end here before I fell. You could see I took one step and just went wee. It was crazy. That was not very smart, but it is what it is. But my camera, you can't see it. It's covered in mud. I gotta clean off the screen. Luckily, the only thing that doesn't have mud on it is the actual lens. Thank God. It's a little windy. I'm at a higher elevation here. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's just the scene, it's so vast. That's what makes it nice. Like, yeah, it's flat, lots of farmland, but the vastness, I guess that's why they call it Grand Prairie. Kind of like the Grand Canyon, but prairie version. Just massive, immense amount of land as far as the eye can see. But you know what I was thinking? This place, it's so cool, it's peaceful, you know, it's got a nice vibe to it. It really does. It would be really cool. Come out here like midnight on a full moon in the summer, drop some acid, and just like get lost in the wilderness. Not actually lost, but I mean like immersed in it, and just trip out and become one with nature and stare at the sky and, you know, just have an experience. This would be a good spot for that. 10 out of 10. Awesome place. My elbow covered in mud. Resiliency. All right, folks, I am here at the, well, 1820s, I guess you can call it ancient, it's old, Native American Indian burial ground. Oddly enough, I'm wearing my Sago cigarette, native brand cigarette shirt today. That is just a coincidence. I had no idea there was a native burial ground out here. It's in this area. It is fenced off. I don't know how many natives are buried here. I am filming with all respect. This is more, you know, not trying to take big money off of this or anything. It's just, you know, showing people, bringing some awareness, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, but very, very interesting. My hat's off, you know, respect to the dead. They were out here long before anyone else. I'm sure they knew this land like the back of their hand, and, you know, made a living. Well, not made a living, just lived off the land out here, which it is a lot of prairie and stuff, but I'm telling you, there is so much wildlife, water, rivers, like vegetation, you know, it's a lot more than just farms. Alberta, especially up here in northern Alberta, if you're a good hunter, you could live forever. You know, there's so much wildlife and bears. You know, where there's bears, there's deer, there's fish, there's all that. And this area is bear count country. Like, I've seen a bunch of bears just in the 2 months since I've been out here. I saw a couple grizzlies already. It's absolutely crazy. So mad respect to the native people that lived here before, and that are buried here right now. You know, they're at peace. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll just have a little moment of silence. I'll turn off the camera and just appreciate this cemetery, basically this burial site. All right, thank you. So I just left the native burial ground because I saw way out here in the distance, off the beaten path, because this is Jerky Jones Adventures. That's what we're going on. I'm gonna walk. There's more hills. I kind of want to check it out. You know, maybe a spot that less people have been to, just to see what's up. It's out here in the plains. I don't know if this is, well, it's obviously someone's land, but whatever. There ain't much going on out here, so I'm gonna traverse this little landscape here and make our way over to those hills back there. All right, hopefully I don't get lost. So I'll just show you. This is what it's like walking across. It's actually nice. There's little flowers everywhere. You know, grasshoppers jumping around. The wind's blowing. You can smell the plains. Like, it's beautiful. Well, there's a road here with some barbed wire fence. There's some more cool hills. Badland type formation there, but I ain't trying to hop over this and tear my nutsack open, so I'm gonna end it here. But let's head back to that village and stuff. Yeah, cool. All right, so I finished the trail. I'm back here at the museum area, but there's this really cool machinery, old school farm machinery kind of graveyard. Real fascinating, you know. There's a lot of history out here, from thousands of years ago to the native population, all the way to, well, you know, when the white man came and kind of turned this spot into an agricultural zone and you know, pioneered it and had their own culture and lifestyle, which is just as fascinating and interesting. You know, it led to what Canada is today. So yeah, I really find this stuff cool because there's lots of, you know, ingenuity with these old machines, and they got the job done. And you know, times there wasn't just Nap auto parts back in the day. You had to fix things were made to last back then. It's pretty interesting. Alright, this is pretty cool. Looks like a horse-drawn little winter snow sled shack. And here we have my favorite of all buildings, the shit shack, the porta-john, the honey pit, the outhouse. Mwah, magnifico. Alright, here's something really cool. There's a little bit of history about that burial ground. Some history about the Beaver First Nation. The Beaver formerly inhabited the area. This was noted by Mr. George Dawson. In Beaver language, Kleskin means white mud. So Kleskin is a native word. Interesting. I did not know that. I figured it was some white guy's last name or something. It said the beaver, and I'm not talking about the animal, this is the native people at the time, were chased out of the area by the Cree First Nations people. Interesting. There was a great battle, and some of the Beaver First Nations peoples were buried in the wooded area at the side of the park. The remaining Beaver population relocated north of Peace River, which is about 2 hours away. Also a very nice area. So very interesting. So this is where there was a little settlement, or are most of these buildings like
These were moved here.
Moved here, okay.
Moved here, yeah. So because of the hills, Ray Boyer, who founded the museum, he wanted to move them here.
Okay.
On this site. The first one that was moved here was the schoolhouse.
Oh yeah.
This is the general store that they built onto a person named Step Four's house.
Oh yeah.
And his house was built in 1920.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. He lived out here.
So he lived out by Byzantin, but his house was moved here.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
then they built onto it, yeah.
No, I can see that. The hills are an attraction, so you may as well kind of
build something towards it.
Yeah, make it a little something.
Yeah.
Right on.
So, this is the schoolhouse, East Kleskin Schoolhouse.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it was built in 1919, and it ran until 1957.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they restored a lot of it, because a lot of it was damaged when they moved it. But this was their big project. This was what Ray Boyer wanted to preserve.
Oh,
the school.
Sure. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is cozy too.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Wow.
I like this one.
Oh, this is, you know what's funny is it's like this is just what they had to build and live back in the day. And now it's like, you're like, oh, this is where I want to live. Like I would, you know, as opposed to a townhouse in the city. It's like, oh, I want an old cabin in the woods, man. That's the dream now.
The dream.
It's like back in the day, it was like, this is just survival.
Yeah, this is the regular house that we built.
Well, thank you for the tour. I saw it said by donation. I will donate $5 to the cause. No, of course, it's nothing. I'm glad this place exists.
Yeah.
And that's they got someone here.
Yeah.
So
it's
thank
really
you.
Nice here.
That's awesome. All right, folks. So I'm back here at the burial ground, and I brought my eagle feather. Now, years ago, I saw this video, and it was this Micmac guy, and he said, if you take something, you got to leave something, you know, from the land, from the people. So I took some video, so I'm going to make this offering, and I'm going to leave this eagle feather. Now, this is a very special feather to me I found this on the beach in Nova Scotia, and this feather has been with me and traveled all the way to the beach in British Columbia on the Pacific, and back here to Alberta. It's been across the entire country. So, you know, I don't go to native burial grounds very often, so I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to place it nicely in the fenced in area, and the way I see it, if these native people were alive today, they would be very happy and accepting of this gift. So I thank them for letting me, you know, make this little video and show this area and this land, and this is my offering. So I will just open up this gate really quickly. No, I won't. Well, I will just throw this feather into here. Perfect. It landed behind some trees. So that is my offering, and I hope it is well accepted. And yeah. So anyways, I think I'm going to end the video here. This entire area was amazing. Definitely worth coming out for. Great way to spend a morning or an afternoon. And yeah, it's just beautiful. It's a good hike. 10 out of 10. Totally recommend it. You know, get out, go explore. That's what van life is all about. You know, that's what just life is about. Checking things out, learning stuff. Get out of your comfort zone. You know, get off the computer for a little while. I shouldn't speak though. I'm totally addicted to my phone and the computer and all that stuff. But I do try to, you know, get out and enjoy life a little bit as much as one can. You know, it's not all about work and money and fame and fortune. It's just about being a human, and you only get one shot on this earth, as far as I know. Maybe you get 2, 3, 4, 10, but make the most of it. Anyways, folks, heading back to the van. Gonna throw the drone up in the air and see if I can get some good shots. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and yeah, have a great summer, folks. All right, talk to you later. Jerky Jones, over and out. Peace.